Hello guys. If you're getting a hamster or have a hamster and want to improve your caretaking, today we will be talking about the what variety your food should be on. So, when let's first talk about my hamster care journey. My first hamster was a Syrian hamster, and its name was Chewy. He was black and white, and he liked to chew on the bars. And I didn't. And when I was young, I didn't know what that meant. So that's why he liked to chew on the bar. So we named him Chili after a pet service company. So my mom wanted to name him Panini. So he was a Syrian hamster. He lived in a starter's kit, and it was wired. Fun fact: if your hamster is bar chewing, it means it's stress. It means your hamster is going through stress and boredom. It may be on their lack of food. It may be because their enclosure is too small, or they don't have enough to burrow in. My grandma clearly doesn't know how to take care of a hamster, because I do. So, wire cages are not the proper enclosure for a hamster. I'm trying to save up my allowance to buy a bin cage. We have a lot of bins, but those are for storage things. Let me show you what I have now and what I'm trying to buy. I'm trying to improve my hamster caretaking. So let me go get my. So here's my hamster's cage. Very sad. I'm trying to save up my allowance so I can buy a better cage. So let me go put the hamster cage away and show you what I feed my hamster. So sadly, my hamster Chili, this was the only food my hamster had. It's very low on variety. And yes, it might be healthy for your hamster, but it has a very low variety of food. Let me show you what I give my hamsters. So I give my hamsters KT40 Diet Pro Health hamster and durable food. It helps their dental, and it has a healthy digestion. It's for hamsters and gerbils. So let me show you what I mix it with. I mix it with rezippable zipper, peeling, no artificial flavors, no artificial preservatives or coloring, with sunflower seeds, vitamin A, D, E, and portioning these. Menu hamster and gerbil food. And I mix it with this. So this is my hamster's variety of food. It doesn't look very colorful because that's how my hamster food works. And fun fact, hamsters need 168 inches of floor space for their burrowing. Even hamsters can burrow up. Hamsters burrow a lot. They can spend half of their time of their day burrowing. So you must have a very wide diagonal. You must have a very big enclosure cage. Hamsters can have a place for food storing, a bathroom, a bedroom, and they could even have place to store their nest place for if they have babies. So if you're planning to sell hamsters at the baby if you're planning to sell the babies that the hamster had, you must wait until they're like 9 to 13 weeks old. Or that will be pretty bad because if your because if you want to tame your hamster, it'll be very hard to tame your hamster. Here are some foods that you should not feed to your hamster. You should not feed these to your hamster. They will either get sick or die, or sometimes both. Avocados. Avocados, onions, grapes, orange and red peppers. And they also cannot have chocolate. They can have carob, but that's not very healthy for them. And it'll fatten up your hamster. It'll make it harder for them to move. If you get a hamster and you don't know how to take care of them properly, then go search up Victoria Rachel or Kumaku. I'm sorry if I said that wrong. Kumaku. Yeah, Kumaku. And Victoria Rachel. They have very good hamster journeys. The hamster that I have right now, she is a rodent. She's a rodent, and I named her Rodine because she's a rodent. I actually named her after my third grade teacher, because her name was Mrs. Rodine too. Tell me your hamster's name, and what they look like. They might just be cuter than mine. I also, do you want to get a hamster, or do you have a hamster? Comment below. Here are some hamster facts that you might not know. Hamsters can travel up to 5 miles per night. Yeah, I know, crazy, right? Hamsters' food diet, if it's very colorful or something like that, then you might scatter feed. Then you should scatter feed so you can get more. So your hamster can feel like it has more enrichment. If your hamster does not have a hamster wheel, you should buy one. That's what causes stress and boredom, and if your hamster monkey bars, then that's also a sign of stress and boredom. If your hamster is walking back and forth or stargazing, that's probably a sign of anxiety and a stress and boredom thing. If your hamster is doing flips uncontrollably, that's also a stress and boredom thing. If your hamster is walking back and forth, that's also a sign that they're lonely and stress and boredom. A lot of animals do that in zoos too. If you can either use tiny tail hamster cages are very bad for hamsters. They're either wired too big and will get stuck apart, and your hamster will get stuck in a part of it, or the cages are too small, wired, and your hamster will get stuck in them. Tiny tail hamster cages are the worst hamster cages for your pets. They can either be found in PetSmart, Pet Market, or even Petco. I do not recommend hamster cages. I do not recommend tiny tail hamster cages. And another fact is do not put your hamster in a hamster cage. Either they can bump into things. It stops them from doing their natural senses, like hearing, seeing, and other things like that too. If you're so the better thing to do is make another bin for your hamster, but it'll be for free roaming. Or use a dry bathtub. Make sure your bathtub is dry. If your hamsters do not need to be groomed. So some hamsters groom themselves with their own dirt, which I think is disgusting. But if you groom your hamster, they clean themselves with the oils that make themselves make their fur nice. If they don't produce those oils, their skin will be awfully itchy, dry, or it could even make them shed more than they should. Grooming your hamster with water will make them overproduce those oils. You should just groom your hamster with children's play sand, unless it's baked and sifted first. If your hamster needs a very lot of things to have a regular hamster life. Hamsters will not go in water unless they absolutely have to. So do not bathe your hamsters in water. But anyway, I think that's all for today's video. Make sure to check out Victoria Rachel's YouTube channel and Kumaku's hamster channel. Those have very good advice too. Okay, I think that's it for today. Bye.